So welcome to the Art of Pilates. I'm here today with Rocco, and we're talking about being desk bound and what we can do about it. So
Hello,
sitting at a desk all
Louise.
day. Hey, Rocco.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Good.
Good.
So we were just talking before, and we were talking about how humans are actually designed to stand and our spines are designed to move. So what problems, Rocco, do you see with people sitting down all day?
Well, a lot of my clients are homebound office at the moment, homeschooling, so they're causing a few pectoral tightness, hunched over neck issues, and lower back problems. And because they're not catching public transport to their work, because they're at home, or their meetings to another office or floor, they're sitting down for more than 8 hours a day, and not even going for the coffee to get the coffee shop, just all inside their home. So they're getting neck problems, neck pain, lower tight hip flexors. And when they go for their runs, their knees are playing up because they're sitting down for so long, and their muscles are tight. And like you said, our bodies are not designed, our hips are not designed to prolong sitting for 8 hours without moving. And even standing desks are really popular around the world, and people are standing incorrectly as well. So I think the combination of both, standing, sitting, is important. And we need to start moving and stretching, because why would you let your work destroy your body? Because work is part of your life, but it's not all of your life,
Absolutely.
and you only got one body. So you've got to
Exactly.
look after it.
Yeah. And also the heart and the cardiovascular system work better in standing. They work more efficiently than in standing rather than sitting. Our bowels, our digestive system works much better when we're standing rather than sitting. Like there's more
Correct.
compression when you're sitting down. So even through your spine, there's much more load through those intervertebral discs. So you're more likely to come away from sitting all day with really bad lower back pain from that decompression, from that compression of the spine. So standing up will just allow that a little bit of decompression, and you'll feel much better and more comfortable if you actually do get out of the seat. So it's not about how much exercise you do, it is about spending time in an upright position, like away from sitting down. And we're also spending so much time on the couch as well. So we're either sitting down at our computer, on our,
Yes.
wherever your desk is set up at home. And then we're spending more time like slouching in front of the TV as our relaxation downtime, when we should be
Yeah.
trying to get up and out of the seat throughout the day. So,
And
yeah.
your organs, as you know, as a Pilates instructor yourself, your organs, when the spine is so compressed, they've got no room to breathe. And when your
Yeah.
organs are compressed, you feel flat and energized, so
Yeah.
unenergized. And when your spine is lengthened, and you feel more confident, and you just feel like you can breathe, easily. And
Yeah.
the work stress load, and you're just compressing your
Yeah.
your
And you get more
spine.
constipated as well. Like if you're not moving, if you're sitting down, all those internal organs just get
Correct.
compressed. So, your bowels won't be functioning as well because there's no space for everything to kind of move around and leave the body. So, yeah.
It's so important to do your daily stretches. Like I say to my clients, think of 5 stretches a day throughout the day that you can do by your desk. So for example, just a neck stretch for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you've got an injury, you always go to your physio osteo. You don't want to overstretch. And then your pectoral stretch, you place your arms behind your back and stretch your pecs. That
Yeah.
feels really good. And a lot of clients' mistake is they do it for 2 seconds and then they
Yeah.
relax. You have to hold it for 30 seconds. Otherwise, no point doing it. Then your glute and hip stretch. And I'll post a little video after this podcast, so you can actually have a look at the stretch
Yeah.
now.
And I'll put
So,
those in the link at the bottom
correct.
in the
Yes.
description so that you've got those links to refer to as well. And yeah, and just getting out of the chair helps to really improve your focus. So, like, I've always found it really hard to actually sit in front of a computer for an extended period of time. I think I'm just not used to it. But you will be able to focus better if you do go out and get that fresh air and do move your joints and your bones and your body, and you come back feeling fresh. Like it can be exhausting. It can just really suck all your energy if all you're doing is sitting and looking at a screen all day. Your head goes
Exactly.
further and further forward, and then you're wondering why you've got this creak in your neck. Like it's
And you're a bit grumpy as well. Like, yeah, I was just so surprised. Roy's working from home now, my partner, and didn't realize how many hours I spend corporate people. I did, but when you see it firsthand, because I've never worked in a corporate job, how
yeah,
often they sit down and how long they
yeah,
don't go out. It's like a prison for me. But I like
yeah,
to go out, and it's a different kind of lifestyle. And obviously, everyone's made differently. Not everyone will like my job or your job, so they
yeah,
enjoy their job, and that's great.
yeah.
But it's really important to remember that your body needs to stretch and keep moving. As you said, your pelvic organs as well, your pelvic floor muscles need to be lifted, and
That's
it's all,
right.
all connected. So, and we're here to help. So, obviously, with your class as well, your online classes, you'll be able to remind your corporate clients
Yeah,
to activate their inner core and lengthen
yeah,
their spine, and just to breathe, like breathing and relaxing your shoulders, and just have it,
exactly.
working your balance. It's
Yeah.
all connected.
And
So,
also, yeah,
sorry.
like the less we move, the less our muscles are pulling on the bones. And that can actually lead to bone density loss, especially in women over the age of 50. Like 50 is so young, but some people are getting diagnosed with osteoporosis in their 40s. And it's such a debilitating thing. So we really need to make sure that we do spend time putting like load through our bones or getting the muscles to pull on those bones to create more bone density so that we're less likely to crack our wrists or crack our hips
Correct.
as we
Yes.
age. So we often don't think about that, but like the bones need to have movement to keep us healthy structurally. So yeah,
Yeah, and that's what I enjoy the mat Pilates as well, because you're using your own body weight to increase your bone density with Pilates push-ups and planks. Obviously, you have to have the right strength, and always make sure you listen to your body.
yeah,
A client sent me a nice message the other day to help. I helped her motivate her because she was a bit reluctant to do my band class.
yeah,
And it's just helped her inner strength. And she said that the one tip that I always say is to listen to your body, not overdo it. And after,
yeah,
she can return each week, and that's like stretching as well, and and doing your daily cardio exercise. So, but being confined in your home office, just remember you're stretching and moving, and as you said, stand. It's really
yeah,
important, and just move
absolutely.
around and breathe, and maybe have your water in the other room so you can walk to the water, have a drink, and back.
Yeah.
So that's important.
And also, with if you're sitting all day, your legs and glutes muscles, your leg and glute muscles start to really waste away. So, and these muscles actually help us stand upright. They help to stabilize the pelvis. So they're postural muscles as well, and they also improve balance. So, Rocco, do you have a couple of exercises that you like to do with your clients to improve balance or leg and thigh muscle strength as well?
Yeah, we do the Pilates crane or yoga crane. So we're doing the balance work or the one-legged deadlift, and
Oh
that really
yeah,
helps clients balance, and they lean against the wall.
yeah,
Obviously, if their knees allow it, because as you know, the glutes stabilize your knee joints, and
yeah.
if your glutes are not activated, and one glute is always stronger than the other,
Yeah, the
it's
pelvis starts
important.
to really like, and then the ITB tries to hold everything. It's not working properly, and then yeah,
Exactly,
it causes
and
to pull the knee out, and yeah, knee tracking.
and
So
and this TheraBand class on Mondays has really helped a lot of clients' strength as well and balance. Just
yeah,
simple exercises, and just the chair squats with with the ball behind you in the wall,
yeah,
and then eventually maybe do a one-legged squat if you allow, but always
yeah,
with a supervised trainer. Because there's one client that went to a physio. She um, had some knee issues from running, and she then after basically they got her to do the crane, and she wasn't ready for it. Like you said, the other previous podcast with pelvic floor lifts, it's all about timing with your
yeah,
body. And
yeah,
she was set back 3 months because she thought this specialist in physio, he was actually a surgeon specialist referred from, and got her to do the one-legged crane, and she wasn't ready, and
uh,
she was back to square one. So sometimes my advice is always listen to your body,
Yeah.
And not always the physio trainer is always 100% right too,
Yeah.
because you know your body as well. So baby steps. So
Yeah.
with the balance work, it's really important to balance. And as you said, when you close your eyes as well, when you're doing your balance work, that helps improve
Yeah.
your balance as well, especially my
Anything.
clients over 50.
Yeah, anything standing on one leg. I even just love doing things like standing on one leg, swing the leg forward and back, or swing it across the body, or tying your legs together with a TheraBand and doing squats, and then just transferring from one side to the other. Because in that pause of moment when you're lifting your leg up, you are standing on one leg. So
Yeah.
you're getting that weight transfer.
Are we talking about Pilates now?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's good.
Oh, I guess it is Pilates. I mean, it is squats. I mean, I guess it's not traditional classical Pilates,
Yeah, but
but
it's balance work.
you're still using the Pilates principles. So you're thinking of the alignment, the breathing, and, balancing all the muscles in your body as well,
Or,
and your posture.
or even a quad stretch, standing up. And I find some clients find that difficult when they stand up and place one hand on the ankle.
Yeah.
And that's working their balance as well,
Oh,
holding for
absolutely.
50 seconds.
And I'm just wondering if it's not just their quads that are tight, but also their hip flexors, because we all know sitting down all day really tightens
Exactly.
up those hip flexors. So at the moment, oh my God, do you make them roll out their hip flexors with that roller?
So I
Oh,
do,
or
but
you stretch with that?
stretching, yeah,
I
stretching. They've got the soft part of the hip flexors. That there's a softer version I've got. This is
okay.
this is for the IT band, the
Okay.
Pilates
Okay.
roller. If you're not looking at the video, but they're from Kmart, believe it or not. They're really well priced. I got them delivered. Especially when
Wow.
you live in an apartment, they're a good size.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but and even the TheraBands, you can order from us or you get from Kmart as well. It's just stretching and a lot of post lockdown, some clients will not want to go to the gym, so they want to do their stretching at home or contact you via FaceTime or Zoom, and
Yeah.
that's a great way. Just have your TheraBand and a mat and motivation, and you
Yeah.
still, imagine if we didn't offer these classes throughout the lockdown. Um, all our clients would have lost their strength and their balance. They're working from home, so we are helping them mentally and physically throughout this pandemic, and
Absolutely.
does help.
Absolutely. And for people who haven't um, been regular exercises, like it can be so intimidating to start just to make that initial class. Like, for example, that girl who was saying how she injured her knee further when she started moving, but also how you were so encouraging of the other client of yours who came to the TheraBand class, and like she was listening to her own body. So do you have any other suggestions for people who might be really scared to start? Like
Yes.
how can you encourage them to just start moving with your
Um,
classes?
so with the classes, some clients are a little bit cautious on having the camera on. So they've got a few clients are self-conscious, so their cameras are off. And then as they get confident, the camera is on. And I can guide them through, because they just feel self-conscious. And the thing is, once they build up their strength and confidence, their camera slowly goes on, and I can, encourage them. It is important so we can see them, but one-on-one is important. But not everyone can afford a one-on-one session. So,
Yeah.
our affordable classes, the $10 ones, they don't have to have the camera on. And a few of the YouTube clips that I've got, they can follow them until they build their confidence.
Yeah.
And as I said to most clients, not everyone's looking at everyone else. They put the grid on so they can see the trainer and themselves,
Yeah.
and they're just doing their own thing. So, and it's a safe environment. It's a really
Yeah.
safe environment.
And
So
supportive as well. Like everyone encourages each other as well,
yes,
which is good.
exactly. And no one has to be super flexible if you're a male as well. Sometimes I
Yeah.
think Pilates and yoga, you have to be awesome and flexible, but that's not true. It's about the breathing and the posture and
Yeah.
working at your own pace.
Yeah.
So, which is really important.
And I think also, like with my new clients, I try and give them exercises that they can really achieve and do well, but also that are enjoyable. So those stretches become even more essential again, like just getting people to breathe. And then they start to feel so good because they're moving their joints, which maybe have started to stiffen up a little. You get that synovial fluid going again, and people start to really enjoy being in their body again. So they're not having this experience of, Oh my God, my muscles were so sore. Although some people really love having that sore muscle.
They do,
So
yeah.
yeah, so you have to kind of pick and choose which clients you give those harder exercises to. And with the clients who are just starting out, you kind of, I don't know, I really try and build them up so they're getting stronger and they're not having, you know, so much lactic acid, or making sure I do nice stretches at the end of the session so that we were really releasing that as well.
It's true. And like, you know, sitting down, like obviously this podcast is about sitting down in the office, it will build you more confidence and motivation, because I
Yeah.
feel that at this time people are stuck in a rut, especially this round two.
Yeah.
And I felt I did the opposite. I did a lot more running, 10K running and walking and doing my classes and weight training. I felt this is going to be a challenge for me, and I'm going to take this challenge up. So at the end of it, I feel more confident. Obviously, people say, yeah, it's your industry, so you're lucky. You can do it
Yeah.
for a living. But as trainers, we struggle with motivation as well. We're human.
Yeah.
And if we motivate others, sometimes we're depleted. And, you know, obviously it's a great industry, but I find that if I keep myself healthy and happy, I can project that out. And it has worked this time. And that's what has helped throughout the 17 years of training. Because people say,
Yeah.
oh, you've done it for such a long time. You know, it's can be an in transit industry. People
Yeah.
come and go. But the main thing is to keep yourself healthy, and keep moving, and set
Absolutely.
yourself an achievable goal that you said, and you walk down the street and you feel good. It's like, oh yeah, I've done my class, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
feel
Exactly.
happy. And
Yeah.
it doesn't happen overnight. You know, you're going to wait another 2 weeks, guys, to start your gym or Pilates studio? No, do a class now, because
Exactly.
it's up to you. You've got control. I can't force you. It's up to
Yeah.
your mental confidence up here,
Yeah.
because there always will be a workplace that might, or your, you know, your work might feel, you know, stressed, or your kids are stressed, homeschool. But what's 20 or 50 minutes in the morning to switch it on? You know, text Louise or myself, say, can I
Yeah.
do a class? Can
Absolutely.
you tape it for me so I can do it later when I got time? So
Absolutely.
be accountable for your happiness, because at the end of the day, we're born, you know, on your own. You've got to make yourself happy. No one else is going to
Exactly.
make you happy. I know it's
Exactly.
going deep, but it is true.
Yeah. And
So
exercise definitely makes you happy. Like, I know I get down if I don't move, like if I'm sitting in front of the computer all day,
yes,
or even if, you know, I'm sick or whatever and I can't go outside, and, you know, lying in bed all day, it doesn't make you feel happy.
no,
Like, no matter
no,
how many YouTube videos you watch, or Netflix or
exactly.
Disney World, like you never ever feel happy, even if you're watching
Yeah,
comedies, but comedies do help, I have to say.
yeah.
Like, I got your message about watching a YouTube comedy and I thought, yeah, that would be nice.
Or
So
even if you're doing a little walk and just listening to a little comedy act, you know, when you're walking,
exactly,
instead of
exactly.
focusing on all the negative stuff that's going on. Because
Yeah,
if you look for it, there'll be always a negative thing going on. But if you
yeah,
look for a
exactly.
nice thing or a funny thing, that's there for you too. Which one
Yeah,
is going to make you feel better for the day?
exactly.
It's
And
your
also,
choice.
if you're sitting down all day, you're more likely to have, you know, blood pooling in your legs, and you don't get that calf pump working. So that flow gets really stuck and heavy. So you can end up with swollen legs, swollen feet from sitting. So doing things like just, you know, standing up beside your desk and doing some calf raises, or walking through your feet so you're getting that
Yes.
calf pump
Yeah.
going, or doing little calf stretches, that can
Yeah.
actually really help. And it makes you feel better, because at least you're getting, so even, I don't know, setting a reminder every 20 minutes or every hour and a half that you get up and just do 5 minutes of moving, so that you're
Yes.
not doing a marathon sitting down session
That's great. I
all
reckon an hour and a
day.
half. Let's set them a goal, shall we, Louise?
Okay, sounds great.
So every hour and a half, or every 2 hours, because I know people are really busy. Every 2 hours at work, get up, do your calf stretches, your balance quad stretch, and your neck stretch, and your chest. They only take 5 minutes. So
Yeah,
2 hours, get up, get your water, and stretch for 5 or 10 minutes.
yeah,
Do that every day for 5 days,
yeah,
and let us know via email or um, by YouTube, and that's
exactly.
and put a little postie, like, so right now if you're listening to this, go on your phone and set up your timer every 2 hours. Rocco and Louise is watching you. Do
Yeah,
your stretches. Big brother and big sister is watching.
exactly.
And
And those
if we, yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, those neck and shoulder stretches are so essential because I'm noticing more and more people are just suffering neck and
Hunch
shoulder pain
forward.
because we're
Yeah.
always like this in the computer and we're always like this and then we're like this and then I'm even like
Yes.
this at the computer and it's so bad. Like
Yeah.
you
Same.
really need to open out our shoulders, like doing those stretches that you were saying. Um,
Yeah.
and the
30
neck stretches, like you
seconds.
don't even need to pull your head. You just tilt
That's
and
so just
get the neck to
gentle.
move side to side, turning the head down and up. And the little chin tucks, like they are so essential to get your head back on top of the rib cage so that you're more balanced. There's less muscle work that you need to do if your head is on top of your rib cage. And shoulders, like people are getting really stiff, tight shoulders. And
Exactly.
it's from all the mousing that we're doing and we're so dominant in terms of the forward action and reaching forward to our computers. It's
Exactly. So
so
even
much.
if we upload just a little link, like I can just film a little stretch down and you can as well. And
Yeah.
they can just press play every 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that's a good tool
Exactly.
to have and
Yeah.
do our classes. And like you said, corporate classes, get your HR manager to, or health and safety to invest in a corporate class, contact us and we can set it up for lunch
Yeah, exactly. And
every week.
they can be exercises where you do standing beside your desk. So you're actually getting up, you're stretching your neck and shoulders, you're breathing, you're doing some squats or some lunges by the desk. You've got your chair that you can hold on to if you need to, if you're worried about your balance. Online Pilates classes are such an awesome investment for your health. Like you're putting money in the health bank, basically, because the better and fitter and healthier you are now, you're actually investing, that investment goes forward to the future. Like you'll have less pain in the joints, less hip pain, less shoulder pain, less neck pain. You won't be making all these appointments and going in for scans and x-rays to find out what's going on when that could be avoided or slowed down by just doing a little bit of movement every day,
Exactly.
like
It's
throughout the day. I think that's the thing is
throughout the
throughout the
day.
day.
That
Yeah.
2 hour alarm is a good tip, I think, Louise. It's
Yeah.
the moving tip. Well, I
Yeah.
think it's 20 minutes, was over 20 minutes.
Yeah, it
So
is. But we
we
got so
talk.
excited. We just got so excited talking about like how we can really help and how, yeah,
Are you
everyone.
gonna? Yeah, are you gonna post the meditation guide as well in this post
Yeah, I'll
podcast
put
as
the link
well?
down to that meditation that you sent to me the other day, and I might do a little meditation as well down the track. I don't know when I'll do that, but it's something I want to do
In your
too.
garden? Yeah.
Maybe that would be beautiful, actually. Yeah.
Yes. And the little stretch tips. It's really important. So get moving, guys. The 2 hour moving. Set your alarm up, not 2 hours, like every 2 hours, 5 or 10 minutes. That's your goal.
Perfect. And we look forward to seeing you later. Thanks so much for
Ciao,
listening.
Louise. Thank
Bye,
you. See
Rocco.
everyone.
Thanks for
Bye,
your time,
everyone.
Rocco. Bye. Keep
Anytime.
moving.